Imagine standing at a crossroads where every path looks equally exciting. Data science, storytelling, music production, web design, photography, and society keeps screaming at you, pick one, master one thing. But here's what they don't tell you. Some of the most valuable people in history were never masters of just one thing. Leonardo da Vinci, Benjamin Franklin, Steve Jobs. They didn't succeed despite having multiple interests. They succeeded because of them. So if you've ever been called unfocused, a dilettante, someone who can't commit, this video will completely reframe how you see yourself. Because what if I told you that your scattered interests aren't a weakness? What if they're actually the exact skill set the modern world desperately needs? Let me show you the science behind why your brain works this way, and more importantly, how to turn it into your greatest career advantage. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt guilty for having too many interests? Like everyone around you has found their thing and you're still experimenting? Still curious about everything? Here's why that guilt exists. For the last 100 years, society was built like a chessboard, predictable, stable, clear rules, and the winning strategy was simple. Pick one square, go deeper than anyone else, and you win. Psychologists call this a kind learning environment. It rewards repetition. The golfer who practices the same swing 10,000 times, the accountant who masters one tax code, the I-shaped person with one deep, narrow pillar of expertise. And don't get me wrong, we absolutely need these specialists. Their depth is invaluable. But here's the problem. The world fundamentally changed, and nobody updated the rulebook.
Today's world isn't a chessboard anymore. It's chaos. Rules change overnight. Entire industries collapse and new ones emerge. AI is rewriting how we work. The patterns aren't obvious. Feedback is delayed. This is what researchers call a wicked learning environment. Think about the difference. A golfer knows immediately if their shot was good. A firefighter walks into a completely new situation every single time. Unknown variables, no playbook, pure adaptation. In this wicked world, the hyper-specialist starts to develop blind spots. Their deep knowledge becomes a tunnel, and when the ground shifts, they can't see it coming. But you? Your brain that jumps between interests, that collects knowledge from completely unrelated fields? That's not a bug. That's the exact operating system this new world requires. The question isn't, why can't I focus on one thing? The real question is, how do I weaponize this gift? Let me introduce you to 3 shapes that will change everything. Shape 1, the I. This is the specialist, one deep pillar. We've already talked about this. Shape 2 is the dash. This is the trap most multi-passionate people fall into, a mile wide and inch deep. You know a little about everything, but can't go deep on anything. This creates massive anxiety because you have no foundation, no ground to stand on. Shape 3 is the M. This is where magic happens, the polymath. Picture this. Your first leg is data science. You go genuinely deep there. It pays your bills. But your second leg is storytelling. You master that too. And connecting them? Your interests in psychology, history, and design. Suddenly, you're not just another data scientist. You're the rare person who can take complex data and weave it into a story that makes a CEO say, "Now I actually understand this." That combination isn't common. It's valuable, extremely valuable. And here's the superpower that makes this work.
Specialists use what's called near transfer. They apply a skill to very similar problems. A Java programmer uses their knowledge on another Java project. But polymaths? You use far transfer. You see the underlying structure in one completely different field and apply it somewhere unexpected. A person who understands how tree roots branch might suddenly redesign a company's database architecture. A musician who understands harmony looks at software code and sees a more elegant structure. You see the music, not just the notes. And all those random obsessions you've collected, medieval architecture, behavioral psychology, game theory, Japanese tea ceremonies, they're not distractions. They're your library of metaphors, the exact toolkit you'll use to create breakthrough insights that specialists could never see. The dots you're collecting today will connect in ways you can't imagine yet. So, how do you actually build this without getting overwhelmed? Strategy 1. Serial mastery. You cannot build all pillars simultaneously. That just recreates the shallow dash shape. Instead, pick one pillar. Commit for 6 to 18 months. But which one? That question paralyzes most people. Here's the secret. Lower the stakes. You're not choosing forever. You're choosing for this season. Pick either the one that creates stability, the good enough job that pays bills, or the one with the most energy right now. Build it until you've mastered the core 80%. Not world-class expert, just fluent enough that you can solve common problems without constantly checking the manual. When your curiosity feels satisfied, you don't quit like a dabbler running from difficulty. This is strategic quitting. It's graduation. You deliberately move to build your next pillar.
Strategy 2. The stability platform. Here's controversial advice. Your day job doesn't have to be your passion. Einstein worked as a patent clerk. It was stable, low-drain work that left his mind free to explore the universe. Reframe your day job as a strategic asset. A high-passion, high-stress job that consumes 110% of you leaves zero room for exploration. But a good enough job that only takes 60%? That surplus 40% is your investment capital for building other pillars. Strategy 3. Build your external brain. Your mind is a high-output idea factory, but your working memory is tiny. If you don't move completed ideas off your working bench, there's no room for new ones. The sociologist Niklas Luhmann published over 70 books using a simple system, one idea per index card, linked to related cards. Over decades, these connections became a web of knowledge that practically wrote books for him. When you get obsessed with medieval architecture for a week, capture it. Use Notion, Obsidian, whatever works. 3 years later, working on a web design project, you'll stumble on those notes and realize the structure of a cathedral is exactly what this website needs. That's the magic moment. But it only happens if you capture the dots so you can connect them later. Let's bring this home. You are not broken. You're not unfocused. You're not failing because you can't pick one thing. You're a scanner, a bridge builder between worlds of knowledge. Your brain wasn't designed for the predictable world of the specialist. It was designed for this chaotic, wicked world we actually live in. This path takes time. Mastery isn't instant, but just having this map for your mind changes everything. The self-blame fades, the guilt disappears, replaced by quiet confidence.
Pick your first pillar. Build it with focused intensity. Use your job as a stable platform, not a prison, and create an external system for your infinite curiosity. You were never meant to master just one thing. You were meant to be the person who sees how everything connects. I've created a free PDF called the Polymath Field Guide with a simple framework for auditing your interests and designing your M-shaped career. Link is in the description. Now, if you're watching this thinking, my problem isn't too many interests, I quit when things get hard, that's a different journey. Watch the previous video on building tenacity first. Link on screen. The world doesn't need more people who know everything about one thing. It needs more people who can connect everything. And that's you. Thanks for watching. Now go build something unexpected.